What's up with it, family? Look, check this out. In the Word of God, it says that He have made us a little lower than the angels. Like, think about that. He have made us a little lower than the angels. When I thought about this yesterday, because I just felt in my spirit to, like, you know, to speak to us regarding that, so we can be grateful. And I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why first, actually. Then I'm you know, give you the word that He gave me and relating to being made a little lower than the angels, right? So think about all the animals that God created. I'm sorry. Think about every animal that God created. They get their food outside. They sleep outside. They use the restroom outside. Human beings, we are the only ones that He created. I would say, like, you know, living being, but I guess you can say plants and flowers, they're you know, they're living too. Like, I don't know the proper term for it. Don't judge me. Don't miss the point here. You know what I'm saying? Whenever we have to use the restroom, we not only use the restroom inside a facility, meaning our home, a building, whatever, right? But we use it in a toilet. Animals that God created, all the animals that God created, they use it outside. Like when we use the restroom, like we use toilet tissue to wipe ourselves. Animals, they don't do all that. You know what I mean? They don't do all that. They squat, whatever they do, you know what I mean? Like, man, these people driving crazy. It's really starting to get up under my skin. Don't judge me. I just came back in town, and like it's been like that since, like, on my way home. I mean, on my way back in town, like, well, I don't understand. It's not even the weekend. Like, what are y'all driving crazy for? But anyway, so don't get off subject. Like, they just squat, handle their business, and keep it moving. We use tissue. How do animals get clean? You have, like, you know, dogs, they like lick themselves, and, you know, like areas kind of like cleaning themselves, like, you know, in a sense, obviously, you know, for individuals who own dogs, for you guys who own dogs, obviously, you know, you probably take a dog a bath, what, like once every few weeks, once or twice a month, something like that, I don't know. But my point is, when it comes down to us taking a shower, we are actually in a shower. You know what I mean? Like, we're not outside. We not, you know what I mean? Like, it's a totally different life between animals and human beings. When we eat, like, you know what I'm saying, go to the store and you know, get whatever food we want to eat, and we cook it, whip it up, whatever it is, we sit at the table and eat. Animals, they don't have that luxury. But human beings do. So when you think about that alone, think about the little comparison that you know, the little picture I tried to paint. You think about that, and then you go back to the subject line. God made us a little lower than the angels. When I asked God, what do you mean by that? He gave me 2 words: in high regards. In other words, God hold us in such high regard that we have these luxuries, and we miss how blessed we truly are because we want more, we desire more, and nothing wrong with that. But it's a problem when we overlook all that God has done, what God is doing, how God has provided. Like, things could be much worse than what it is, although it may not be pleasant right now. Like, it's the ambition of wanting more. It's just the wanting more. Like, work your behind off to get more. You know what I mean? I'm not against that. I ain't even mad at that. But I have to I don't remind myself enough. Like, I try not to get into the whole complaining state, you know what I'm saying? But when I find myself shifting into the wrong perspective to where I'm looking around me and I am displeased. Sound like my man said, displeased. I am displeased with how things are around me. These are things that I created by not doing what I was supposed to be doing for 20 plus years, living for the weekend. So it's like now, as I always say, it's not that I'm trying to make up those years. It's just those years where I should have been on top of my game. It's like now I have to be on top of my game, but it's to make up what I should already did. So now where it's like I'm 40 going on 41, like, it's like trying to figure things out and trying to create a better and create a new and all that. Like, I shouldn't be going through this. So yeah, when I look around me, I'm super grateful, but it's times where it's like, man, I can't. This right here, you know what I mean? Like, especially when I'm showing up to work. You know what I'm saying? When I'm due to work, and it's like, seems like nothing is quite changing. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, what am I doing this for? Which the other day I came, matter of fact, when I was doing the live the other day, that's when, as I was speaking, it just came out. So obviously I was speaking from what was truly hidden in my heart, that I realized I'm tired of doing what I have to survive. Meaning, like, man, I've been in the trucking industry for 11 plus years. When I tell you, I can't say I've gotten out of the trucking industry what I've put in. You know what I'm saying? Like, to a point where, like, because every job, which I don't know if you guys follow, I'm getting back to my point. You know what I mean? Like, but y'all know me. Like, I mean, you know, I just flow with it. You know what I mean? May, you know, I talked about some of the struggles that I had, personal struggles, work-life struggles, you know what I'm saying? And I talked about, you know, since I've been in the trucking industry, each trucking job I've had, you know what I mean? Like, I don't remember if I went to great details, but I was transparent enough, I believe, to paint a picture so you can kind of like, you know, have an understanding where I'm coming from. For one, when I speak about work-life struggles, like, and when I'm, trying to encourage, you guys to like not give up. Like, I know your job might suck, but like, just hang in there, and like get the experience, or like acquire the skill set or whatever it is, because He has placed us where He need us in that moment, and it's for a reason. So, maybe we need to learn some things. Maybe we need to grow, and this place is doing it. And maybe whatever it is we need to acquire, skill set wise, maybe He want to use that in the next chapter of our lives, whether it's starting our own business or at another job. Now we can come in like, higher pay, or higher position, whatever it is. We don't know what God's purpose is until, like, either He discloses it to us, or either when He discloses to us before we actually learn what it is, or until it just happened and it's like, He was up to something. You know what I mean? Like, so I just gotta paint that picture. Like, I mean, like, it have not been pleasant. It have not. I'm grateful for the experience. I'm grateful for what I've learned. You know what I mean? Like, sure, I think I probably had opportunities where I could have made more of it, I think. And I'm just speaking that from a humble place. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't trying to put it out there like, the man be like, oh, you don't remember that? Oh, you don't remember that? Like, honestly, I don't remember. Like, but like I always say, every single day that God breathes life into us, He give us another chance and an opportunity, to do better and make things better or whatever, right? So I always speak that, and I believe that. You know what I'm saying? Like, but when I tell you, for like good opposed to the bad, for like my experience in the trucking industry, like I can't, I have to say bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, because it just haven't been pleasant for me. It's been okay. Like, I've had moments where, it was okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was okay. But I can't. It's just one of them type of deals where, like, God has given me a vision pertaining to the trucking industry or whatever. But it's like right now, I'm like, I want to be all the way done with it for now, at least for now, and do what, because the trucking industry right now, like, that's what's paying the bills. So it's like I'm doing what I have to do to make things happen, which I think is starting to make me resent it even more, because it's not doing, it's not repaying me for what I've given to it. You know what I'm saying? Now, everybody experience is different. You feel me? Like, so, my experience may not be yours. You feel me? You know what I mean? Like, this is just my personal experience. Not trying to persuade or sway anyone from pursuing it. Like, what I always say, though, if you're going to get into the trucking industry or any industry, but if you're going to get into the trucking industry, don't make it about money. Don't let money be the motivation, because that you will get your feelings hurt immediately. Or at some point you will learn, like, nah, this ain't what it is, and that's what's going to make you quit, because you may not come in killing the game. You know what I'm saying? Even if you get your own truck, the way the rates are and all that, like, I mean, I wouldn't recommend anyone getting in it right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have a plan. But like I said, like, if you get in the trucking industry, make sure it is a purpose attached to it. A purpose that God gives you, not a purpose that you give you. You know what I mean? Like, because if it's a purpose that you give you, like, I mean, it's much easier to quit when things don't pan out like you want it to, like you planned it to. You know what I mean? Like, but it's like when you're attached to the one who created you, when you go through it, it's like, it's for a reason. And I know all this is for a reason, you know what I'm saying? Like, but just, like it just, I don't feel like it have paid me for like everything I've been through. You feel me? And right now, like I'm like, I just want to just get away from it because I'm kind of like at a place of where I resent it. You know what I'm saying? And like I no longer want to do, or have the desire to do what I have to do. I'm sorry. Let me reword that. I don't want to, like, this trucking industry. I have to do this because this is what's doing right now. Like, I don't want to live like that no more. You know what I'm saying? I want to live where I'm doing what I love to do. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm getting paid for it, and I can make a living off of it. You know what I mean? Like, and no, it's not when I'm trying to turn what God give me into a hustle like that benefits me. I ain't on that. You know what I'm saying? Like, but like I no longer want to do what I have to do. I want to start doing what I love to do, and that becomes my livelihood. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? And that's just where I'm at. And then when that time come back around, where it's time for me to get back in the trucking industry, but on the other side of the fence with it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm talking being a freight broker. You know what I'm saying? Like, starting my own trucking business with the dispatch company that we already have. Like, I have a plan for all of that. God has given me a vision for it. So I constructed a plan like last year sometime. You know what I mean? And it's A1. You know what I mean? Like, but I'm not in a position to run that play just yet. You know what I'm saying? And plus my heart isn't in it. I can't give my all if my heart isn't in it. You know what I'm saying? So, like, because of my experience in this whole trucking thing, it's like, and things not quite changing because of it. Like, I'm like, it's easy for me to like forget all that God has done. You know what I'm saying? Like, forget the years that he has used the trucking industry to make sure we have a roof over our head, clothes on our back, shoes on our feet, vehicles to get to and from. You know what I mean? Like, so like it's so easy for me to overlook that. You know what I'm saying? Because looking around and looking at the facts, for like my experience with all of this, and like going through it, the emotional attachment that I've always encountered. Like, I don't know if y'all checked it out, like, but when I spoke about like, what I was going through there, I like that feeling has arrived where I'm at now. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's just, which I share that at a later date, but you know what I'm saying? I'm like, it's not supposed to be like that. Maybe it is, but I'm like, nah, like this, you know what I'm saying? Like my man E.T. say, Eric Thomas, like you're already going through pain, get a reward from it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I feel that, you know what I mean? But it's like, you know, this ain't feeling, you know what I mean? Like, so, I get on this joint, like, I be trying to, like, be transparent and encourage and, do all that, like, but, like, some of, like, I'm whatever video, whatever day, 5 a.m. drills, a Tuesday, encouragement letters, the Life Wednesday, I might be going through at the times, things that I can remember going through, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it's all 100, you know what I mean? Like, but, bottom line, like, we, no matter how our situation is, we just always have to remember it could be worse. I'm not saying settle. I'm not saying be complacent. You know what I'm saying? But God's word does say be content in his will. So if this is where he have us placed and this is what he have us doing, we have to be content in his will. Um, at the same time, have a plan to, to grow, have a plan to, um, that where it can change your situation, you know what I mean? Your circumstances, your life, like you. You know what I'm saying? And and that's what it's about. You know what I mean? Like so yeah, just try to be just remember that God like view us in such a high regards that he placed us a little lower than the angels. You know what I mean? Like I just pulled up to our, to home, you know what I'm saying? And I can just go in the house. I mean, there like unfortunately there's a lot of people don't have a roof over their head. You know what I'm saying? Like some maybe because they choose not to work, but like I mean, it's children too. So just know, like, just always try to be grateful, although things isn't, you know, what you want it to be. If it's not like, the best, what I'm saying, like, but always believe that it's gonna get better, and do what you have to do, um, do the right thing, and making your situation better and changing your situation. You know what I'm saying, and you just always hold on to your faith, because once you lose it, it's like sometimes the faith is all we have. Like our faith, that's our hope in Christ. Like believing that it will get better. You know what I'm saying? Our hopes that like this is going to change. You know what I'm saying? Like and it may not be 2 3 months from now, but if we daily working at it, trying to like putting forth the effort to change, someday it will change. What we can't do is just give up in the process and also not be grateful for the goodness of God. You know what I'm saying? The goodness of Christ. You know what I'm saying? Like, because he's with us. He's with us. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I get frustrated because I'm like I be feeling like this is time I like really need to hear from you. Like, what do I do? You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's like it's like he don't respond back. Sometimes I might be on the wrong frequency, because of I'm deep in my emotions. You know what I'm saying? I'm in my feelings and going on. So it's like I'm operating on the wrong frequency already. You know what I mean? Like, so sometimes I can't hear him because of that, and sometimes, maybe it's just a test. See what I'm going to do. Um, or as a test, like you know, to um, to remember what he told me to do last, or like just being obedient. It's a number of different things, but um, we just have to remember that he's with us. He always have. He always will be. We just have to remember not to walk away, not to stray away, not to get so frustrated and discouraged to the point where we're willing to do any and everything to change our situation that can, that he does not approve of, and that can get us hurt, or where somebody else can get hurt. You know what I'm saying? And just continue to keep pushing and change. And I tell you guys that because that's what I believe. Things are going to change at some point. Because I'm not going to give up. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to, look at what I can do more, what I can do better within what I'm supposed to be doing, um, in Christ, and as my responsibilities and everything, and just keep pushing. If I drop the ball, pick it back up. Hold it tighter. You know what I'm saying? Tighten up on my handle. You know what I mean? If it's being willing to do things that I don't want to do. You know what I'm saying? Like it's things I've been putting out for probably over a year or two now, because I don't want to learn. I don't want to take the time out to learn it. But what I'm doing, for is like um, what I do with my videos and things that God has um, entrusted me with putting things together. It's like it requires me to know a certain thing and to be able to do a certain thing, so I can really create impact, and also you know um potentially, like, turn that part of it into a business. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just it's just a whole lot, you know what I mean? It's just things that we're not willing to do, but we complain and like be all mad, but like you not willing to do whatever it is that he told us, and we wondering why nothing changed or we don't make progress is because we not we ain't did what he said to do. You know what I'm saying? We don't want to do it. We don't want to take time out to learn it. Like, we don't like to read. We don't like to research. Like, because I don't like to research. I don't like to do any of that. I don't. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, I mean, that's part of learning. That's part of growing. That's part of developing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and we must always, you know, contribute into our own growth, our own development, our own education. You know what I'm saying? So, um, yeah, but just know that He has placed us a little lower than the angels. He view us with such high regards. You know what I'm saying? Like, and let's just work on being more grateful. Not settle, but let's be more grateful for what we do have, and not let's be more grateful. Let's look at what we do have and all the things He have done, and be more grateful, and stop looking at all the things that we don't have that we wish we had, and focus on that. And you know, because that causes us to start complaining, start stressing out, getting upset, you know what I'm saying, like being ungrateful, you know, all this stuff. Like, let's try to let's try to channel that energy into being more grateful, and also learning what we can do to begin better and change our situation. You know what I'm saying? And keep your hope in Christ. Don't lose your faith. Hold on to Him. You know what I'm saying? Like, just hold on to Him. He got you. Don't give up. Keep going. I love you guys. Stay blessed. Peace.